Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin and find out what cards come through and what messages come out with the cards that come out in this reading today. So the first card we have is the Page of Cups. We've got the Star card. So we do have some Aquarius energy with the Star card. We also have some water sign energy. Could be dealing with another Cancer, Pisces, or even a Scorpio. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse. With the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone kind of being in a space where I do feel like you have this person's interest, and I do feel like it's something that they are showing to you. I do feel like it's not something that they're holding back or keeping to themselves. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience someone kind of being openly expressive of their interest within a situation or in a connection with you. I do feel like with this Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone also being in a space where I do feel like they're quite open to being able to let go of anything from the past that may have felt like it was a hindrance to your connection as well. But the Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty infatuated energy from the way someone feels about you. Do feel like this person is someone who actually holds a lot of admiration for you. I do feel like it's like they're putting you on a pedestal, and when it comes to the way they feel about you, this does feel like they have a lot of those warm feelings. It does feel like a little bit of a crush blossoming as far as the way this person feels about you. And I do feel like with the Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of someone who is in a space where it's like they don't know how to approach those feelings or be able to express that, but they're going to try. But with the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of, I do feel like there could actually be potential distance. I do feel like with the Star card showing up over here that there's also a sense of holding on to hope when it comes to being able to overcome any kind of distance that's making anything hard within a connection. I do feel like with the Star card showing up over here, it feels like an energy of having a lot of faith in a connection, and even being in a space where when it comes to the way this person makes you feel, you could actually have a lot of feelings for this person even when they're not there. I do feel like there is a sense of kind of being in a space where there's a sense of being able to actually experience that longing feeling for this person even in their absence. I do feel like with the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a sense of that faith when it comes to having hope for your connection being something that kind of makes the connection even stronger as well. I do feel like though the Six of Pentacles card showing up over here, this does feel like a supportive energy. And I do feel like when it comes to how this person feels about you and how you feel about this person, it's like you're on the same page and you work quite well together. This does feel like a supportive energy. You could also be dealing with someone who is going to give to this connection. I do feel like you are dealing with someone who's quite generous, and not only as far as being generous materially, but also when it comes to their efforts and their time. And I do feel like when it comes to being able to show up for this connection in a way that's going to make a difference and make things feel like they aren't as hard as they're not as hard. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the King of Wands. We have the Magician. And we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this Ace of Pentacles showing up over here does feel like a very promising energy. I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of being able to experience a sense of stability in a connection with someone. I do feel like with the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where when it comes to this connection and where you are, this does feel like a sense of being able to have stability in a favorable position within this connection. This does feel like a sense of having stability, security, and all of that being present in this connection. And I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, this does feel like the start of a connection that does feel quite promising as far as where it's going, where it's leading to. I do feel like with the King of Wands, this does feel like an energy of someone wanting to take the initiative and who's going to. I do feel like with this King of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of dealing with someone who has a lot of, I do feel like strong masculine traits, but also a sense of being someone who wants to be able to kind of experience things moving forward and showing up for being able to have that in this connection with you. So there is a sense of having certainty as far as their actions matching their words. With the King of Wands showing up over here, this also feels like it's leader energy and having the confidence to be able to do that in this connection. I also feel that there's a sense of this person taking the initiative, even in the little ways that contribute to being able to add to this connection. So I do feel like with that Page of Cups, this does feel like a very romantic energy. I do feel like with this King of Wands, this person's not afraid to be able to kind of wear their hearts on their sleeve, and they do feel like they are driven to be able to do that with you in this connection. With the King of Wands, this does feel like a pretty passionate energy that when it comes to how this person feels about you. I do feel like with the Magician card, we do have some Gemini energy or even some Virgo energy. You could be dealing with any of these signs. But the Magician card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being in a space where you are trying to manifest a situation or a person. And with the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like a very hopeful energy. And I do feel like with the Magician card showing up over here, underneath the Star card, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually experience those manifestations come to pass within this connection. Anything that you're longing for and hoping to be able to have and have manifest within a situation. I do feel like with the Magician card showing up over here, there is a sense of being able to attract what you need to be able to set up the circumstances to be able to make that a reality. I do feel like with the Magician card as well, this does feel like an energy of being quite drawn to someone, and being quite drawn to someone when it comes to who they are and things that this person is, their natural attributes. And I do feel like with that Page of Cups, this person is quite drawn to you as well. So I do feel like there is a sense of actually having a mutual connection when it comes to this connection. It's not one-sided. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience either communication, being able to hear from someone. I do feel like this person is the one to reach out with the King of Wands showing up over here. But I do feel like there's a sense of being able to experience, being able to pick up where you left off with someone. And I do feel like with this Four of Swords in the reverse and this Four of Cups showing up in the reverse as well, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience being on the same page as well. And I do feel like emotionally, the emotional connection is also one where I do feel like there's a sense of that being something that's really backing up this connection in a way that's making it even more fulfilling. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have Give Your Relationship a Chance. We have Flirt. And we have Passion. So with this Give Your Relationship a Chance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of trying to work something out. I do feel like with the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being able to experience working something out with someone. Do feel like you have everything you need to be able to make this connection work with someone with the Magician card showing up over here. But I do feel like this person is in a space where they want you to be able to give this connection a chance, or they're in a space where they are giving this connection a chance with you. And I do feel like with this Give Your Relationship a Chance card showing up over here, somebody may be wanting to express to you a desire to be able to work things out in a connection with you. And I do feel like with the Flirt card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of having that chemistry between yourself and someone else. I do feel like There's also a light-hearted energy in this connection between the two of you that does feel, I do feel like it feels like it's something that does make this connection feel like it's one that's fun to be around, to be in with someone and to be around this person. And I do also feel like it also feels like it's contributing to the chemistry between the two of you. You have the passion card, and this does feel like an energy of being able to experience, again, a sense of pleasure when it comes to your connection, and even when it comes to the experiences on the horizon. I do feel like with the Page of Cups, this does feel like a sense of being in a space where somebody's kind of preparing to be able to do something, but it does feel like it's quite romantic. I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, there may be a new connection. This may be a new connection, but I also feel like with this give your relationship a chance card shown up over here, this does feel like also being able to work something out with someone within an existing connection. I do feel like whether it's a new connection, it has a promising energy and start. And with this give your relationship a card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of someone who wants to be able to put in the effort to make something work. And I do feel like they're going to show you that through their actions. And I do feel like when it comes to the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a pretty deep connection with someone. I do feel like as far as the way this connection may actually impact you and impact this person, it does feel like it does go quite deep. And I do feel like even with the Magician card showing up over here, there may be a lot of experiences on the horizon that could be quite exciting. I also feel quite romantic. And I do also feel like it's contributing to the chemistry of this connection. So there could actually be a second chance or a second start that somebody wants from you. And I do also feel like there's a sense of being able to work something out to make things work in this connection with this person. But with the Ace of Pentacles, this may be a new connection coming into your life. I do feel like it is one that is rooted in something grounded, something solid, and something stable as far as what they bring to you. And I do feel like this person is in a space where, with the Four of Cups in the reverse, this does feel like a sense of someone who has emotional awareness. I also feel like it's someone who's quite generous, and I do feel like there is a strong connection with the Passion card showing up over here between the two of you. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.